Nah, I'm gonna tell you that clout, the fame, the attention.
It's a drug.
That's the most addictive drug on planet Earth right now. Getting them likes, that's more like that's heroin. Like niggas need that.
For real.
And it's crazy to see people who know. Like, I'm giving the feds. They don't even have to come looking for it. I'm giving the feds exactly what they need to lock me up. But it's more important for me to get likes. It's the most crazy thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's the new world. It's just that's the world that we living in now. Like, you not valid. Like, now the whole thing is the internet. Like, nobody cares about what you did in the street no more like that. Unless we could, like, you know what I mean? If we can't view it on YouTube, we don't give a fuck about what you did in the streets. Like, no more. Like, people want to see that shit on YouTube and, like, you know what I mean? We want to see what you doing. Like, nobody cares. Like, you could tell us stories about your street life. Yeah, that's cool. But people want to see a video. Like, people, it's like, once you get, like, you become a person, it's like your life doesn't exist right now if it's not on video. If it's not on video, you don't exist. Like, I could say I had a fight this morning, but if it's not a video on YouTube, yeah, right. You know what I mean? It's just like, you don't exist in this world if we can't watch it on YouTube. Pretty much. That's what it feel like we coming to. Like, if it's not on YouTube, it didn't happen. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, so I gotta ask you before we switch topics. Boosie or OG? Like, this ain't nobody who don't know the repercussions. Like, how do an OG even get caught slipping like this? Like, because it wasn't like he was doing it for clout.
Boosie an OG entertainer though, bro. Like you been entertaining. Like, Boosie been rich since like the early 2000s. Like you're like come on, Boo. Like, Boosie's he's a rich entertainer. So, like, you know what I mean? He still fielding, like, you know, you could say he the realest nigga and, like, a lot of niggas been to jail and beat cases. That don't make you the realest nigga and, like, you know what I mean? So, at the same time, he still kind of got to show, you know what I mean? You got to back all this shit. Like I say it all the time, like you could say whatever you want. I could tell you, I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm going to whoop your ass, Shawn. Like, Shawn, I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm going to whoop your ass. I can whoop your ass. You can't beat me up. I can whoop. But until I whoop your ass, what the fuck does that shit mean? Like, if I never showed you that I could whoop your ass or I never pulled up to have a fight, what does that really mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, like, he could say up, like, at some point, he got to do some things to show how real he is. Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of street dudes and so-called real street niggas get caught in that same, you know what I mean? Because you want to be respected as this certain person. But at some point, you got to show us that you deserve this respect as this person. Like, you can't just keep saying it, yeah, I'm the realest, I stand on business and, yeah, at some point, you got to show us what you like. You only as good as your last transaction. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you caught that case and it'll be, yeah, that's okay, cool. But you still, like, got this. So at some point, you got to show the people that you still real. Like, you trying to live in this image. So you still got to show the people how real you is. Like, you know what I mean? It's like being an OG from the hood. It's just like being an OG, yeah, I'm a GG from the hood. I done did all this and did all that. Y'all need to respect me. But what you did and everything you did, you been did that. Most of these niggas wasn't around for that. So you still have to show these niggas how real you is. Like, you know what I mean? You still got to pull up and slap a nigga upside their head sometimes, or, you know what I mean? Whip out your burner. Like, you know what I mean? You got to come, you only as good as your last transaction. So you really got to, if you trying to live in that light and be respected as this real street nigga and I'm the realest and all right, you got to show us how real you is. You know what I mean? Show us how real you is. And this just another situation where Boosie just got to show how real he is. Like, you know what I mean? You want to be respected as the realest nigga and one of the GOATs, and I stand there like, all right, let's see. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I hope it work out for him, though. Real talk.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you know.